हेलो एवरीवन, गुड आफ्टरनून। 1 मिनट वेट करते हैं लोगों का जॉइन करने का। और आप जैसे जैसे हमें जॉइन करेंगे प्लीज़ हमें कमेंट सेक्शन में हाई ड्रॉप कर दीजिए। जो हमारे रेगुलर व्यूअर्स हैं वो जानते ही होंगे कि ये हमारी आईपीओ इंटरव्यू सीरीज़ है, और जो भी एक्साइटिंग और अपकमिंग आईपीओज़ आते हैं, हम उनकी मैनेजमेंट टीम, उन कंपनी के मैनेजमेंट टीम से हम बातचीत करते हैं, जानते हैं ऑब्जेक्टिव्स के बारे में, कंपनी के बारे में थोड़ा और जानते हैं, फ्यूचर प्लान्स के बारे में जानते हैं। अगर आपको टीवीएस सप्लाई चेन सॉल्यूशंस के बारे में और जानना है, इस आईपीओ के बारे में जानना है, तो प्लीज़ स्टे ट्यून्ड। मैं जल्द ही मैनेजमेंट टीम से बात करने वाली हूँ। ओके, आई कैन सी पीपल जॉइनिंग। गाइस, अब जैसे जैसे ज्वाइन कर रहे हैं हमें प्लीज कमेंट सेक्शन में हाई डाल दीजिए। इट विल बी गुड टू हियर फ्रॉम यू। ओके, लेट्स स्टार्ट। थैंक यू फॉर जॉइनिंग अस टुडे। आज हम बात करेंगे टीवीएस सप्लाई चेन सॉल्यूशंस की मैनेजमेंट टीम के साथ। इनका आईपीओ इशू ओपन होगा ऑन 10th अगस्त और क्लोज हो रहा है ऑन 14th अगस्त। प्राइस बैंड सेट हुआ है एट 187 टू 197 पर शेयर। टोटल इशू की टोटल वर्थ है 880 करोड़ रुपीस, जिसमें फ्रेश इशू है 600 करोड़ रुपीस का, और एक ओएफएस भी है 1.42 करोड़ इक्विटी शेयर्स का। मैं आज बात करूंगी मिस्टर आर दिनेश, एग्जीक्यूटिव वाइस चेयरमैन, और मिस्टर रवि विश्वनाथन, मैनेजिंग डायरेक्टर, टीवीएस सप्लाई चेन सॉल्यूशंस लिमिटेड। जेंटलमैन, थैंक यू सो मच फॉर ज्वाइनिंग अस। आई एम श्योर आप काफी बिजी होंगे ऑन द रन अप टू द आईपीओ, लेकिन फिर भी आपने हमारे लिए टाइम निकाला। वी आर क्वाइट ग्रेटफुल फॉर दैट। और मुझे दिख रहा है कि काफी सारे लोगों ने हमें ज्वाइन किया है, काफी सारे लोगों ने हेलो भी बोला है। लेट्स गेट द इंटरव्यू स्टार्टेड। सबसे पहले मैं जानना चाहूंगी, कैन यू टेल मी समथिंग अबाउट द जर्नी ऑफ द कंपनी। कंपनी कैसे स्टार्ट हुई थी, किस थॉट प्रोसेस से स्टार्ट हुई थी, और अब आप फिलहाल कहाँ हैं, उसके बारे में अगर आप हमारे ऑडियंस को बता सकते हैं।
Thank you. I think जो company से start किया था, the focus was on making sure that we develop the capability as an organization. Because when we looked at the logistics space, we realized that the transportation and warehousing does not enable differentiate the company. जो 2004 में हम जो global market में देखे थे, तो UK was where the maximum level of outsourcing and knowledge in the aftermarket supply chain में था. उसी तरह यूएस में दैट इज वेयर द मैक्सिमम लेवल ऑफ आउटसोर्सिंग फॉर अ प्रोडक्शन सप्लाई चेन में था. तो द फर्स्ट फोकस ऑफ द ऑर्गेनाइजेशन वाज टू मेक द नेसेसरी एक्विजिशंस इन द डेवलप्ड मार्केट्स जो कैपेबिलिटी के लिए किए थे पहले. और once we have got acquired those capabilities, we were looking at how we can deploy them in the developing markets, and Asia India became a very crucial, I would call it, corridor. बिकॉज अभी जब आप जो देख रहे हैं कि सोर्सिंग और मैन्युफैक्चरिंग का फोकस इंडिया और एशिया में ही हो रहा है. सो दैट इज द बेसिस ऑन विच द सेकेंड फेज ऑफ अवर ग्रोथ वाज, दैट इज टू बी एबल टू एक्सपैंड अवर नेटवर्क इन एशिया. एंड आई थिंक पोस्ट 2019-2020, the focus of this organization has been on integrating all of these and being able to provide a solution for the customer. So I think I will finish by saying the focus of this company has been and always will be the customer and the necessary capability to be able to provide the best solution for the customer. हम जो acquire किए थे, and using that we have been able to grow and make this happen. So the focus of this organization is the customer at the center, the capability leading up to the support for it, and I would call it technology being the engagement tool with the customers.
Right. If I'm not wrong, तो कंपनी के दो मेजर वर्टिकल्स हैं. Could you explain? Could you tell us something about that?
Yes, let me take that question. So we have two segments that we operate in. We call it the integrated supply chain solutions. The other is called the network solutions. Integrated supply chain solutions, where we've been pioneers in bringing the 3PL capability into India. And like Dinesh said, we acquired these capabilities in different markets and we have successfully deployed them in different countries. So हमारा strategy जो है, जिस कैपेबिलिटी को हमने अक्वायर किया है उसको फर्दर डेवलप किया है और उस कैपेबिलिटी को फॉर्च्यून 500 कस्टमर्स में डिप्लॉय किया है और फिर उसी कस्टमर के ग्लोबल नेटवर्क में हम एक्सपैंड किया है. तो जो हम कस्टमर के मतलब बिजनेस कमाते हैं वो एक्सपैंड करते रहते हैं और कैपेबिलिटी सेल करते हैं. So integrated supply chain solutions में 3-4 सब vertical है. Sourcing, procurement, consulting, integrated transportation, logistics, operation center, in-plant warehouse management, finished goods market, finished goods and aftermarket fulfillment. These are all the sub-segments in the integrated supply chain solutions. And this is typically, where we are engaged with large Fortune 500 customers in their production supply chain, where we are supporting their manufacturing, where they are supporting their service capabilities, etc. On the network solutions, we have two sub-segments. One is the global forwarding business, which is air freight and sea freight, import and export. And the other sub-segment is what we call time critical last mile. That is where we deliver time critical equipment of our customers, spares, spare parts, etc., to fix their breakdowns in a global network. So, for example, if there's an ATM manufacturer and he has deployed an ATM network across the world, then our ability is to quickly understand what the problem is. If there's an ATM breakdown, let's say in Ahmedabad, then my forward stocking location will have a spare closest to Ahmedabad. We'll pick it up and deliver it to the ATM location in Ahmedabad. So this we are delivering for multiple customers across the globe. This is part of a network that we would have built and stocked the spares in this network. So network solutions, integrated supply chain solutions, these are the two sub-segments that two verticals that we operate in.
Right, that sounds quite interesting, and there's a lot that the company takes up. Now let's talk about the objectives of the issue. What will the proceeds be used for?
So, like I said, our business is about winning customers and then expanding the business across the customers. So, if you take our business, we have grown rapidly in acquiring Fortune 500 customers. So, we have 51 Fortune 500 customers in FY21. We grew to 64 and 72 by FY23. And what we have done is to deploy both the solutions, integrated supply chains and network solutions. So the IPO proceed, the IPO itself is an 880 crore IPO, 600 crores of primary, and the rest is OFS. The primary proceeds are towards long-term debt that we are repaying. And the debt, once we repay, will give us sufficient headroom for us to continue on this rapid growth that we have based on our very strong customer acquisition strategy.
Right, and let's talk about the logic of the price band. It's set from 187 to 197 per share. Could you tell us about the logic behind this?
So if you look at our price band, it's at 187 to 197 with a minimum size of 76. So the whole concept is based on a set of competitive parameters. So our industry is typically looked at on an EV by EBITDA scale. And if you look at our peers and our competitors, both globally and locally, they are trading at about 17 odd on an EV EBITDA multiple, whereas we are offering it at a discount of almost 30% to that peer set. And internationally also, you will find that we are trading at a slight discount to that. So that's the idea. Dinesh, you want to talk specifically about the TVS philosophy?
No, I think as a thumb rule, I think the idea is for the, like Ravi said, EV by EBITDA is the basis. And idea has to be that all stakeholders are, benefited out of the TVS name. I think that's the way we look at it.
Yeah.
Right. And can you also tell us about the industry overview? Industry का क्या future है? थोड़ा हमारे audience को अगर आप idea दे सकते हैं आपके हिसाब से?
So maybe Dinesh, you want to give an overall perspective, and I can get into the numbers.
Correct. So I think if you look at it from I'll start with the India context. I think I already explained to you जो outsourcing का काम हो रहा था वो UK और developed markets में पहले चालू हुआ था, लेकिन GST के बाद और the focus on I would say cost of doing business जब आया था, तो maximum level of focus is on the supply chain cost in India also. तो दो तरह से उसकी सॉल्यूशंस देख रहे हैं. पहले तो इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर बनाने का, और दिस गवर्नमेंट हैज बीन वेरी फोकस्ड ऑन मेकिंग द नेसेसरी इन्वेस्टमेंट्स इन टर्म्स ऑफ द इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर. उसके बाद अभी जो नेशनल लॉजिस्टिक्स पॉलिसी हुआ है और ये इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर और डिजिटलाइजेशन दोनों को मिलके जो गतिशक्ति का प्रोग्राम बनाया था, so all of it together is, I think, creates a huge opportunity from the India context of not just bringing in manufacturing but also the necessary supply chain and logistics support which are required for this. On top of that, I think the outsourcing as a concept जो अभी हो रहा है वो नेशनल लॉजिस्टिक्स पॉलिसी में भी लिखा हुआ है कि उसी तरह से जो एसेट बना रहे हैं उसका यूटिलाइजेशन ज्यादा कर सकते हैं. So that is the background on which I would say that this is done. And I think globally जो supply chain का focus कोविड के बाद उस बहुत ज्यादा हो चुका है और जो सब कंट्रीज में सीईओ लेवल से सप्लाई चेन को देख रहे हैं. That's, I think, the broad background. Ravi, you can give the specifics, I guess.
Right. Just dwelling on what Dinesh spoke about. इंडिया में जो इकोनॉमिक एक्टिविटी हम देख रहे हैं, सब लोग देख रहे हैं, वो दुनिया में सबसे अधिक है और कहीं भी ऐसा एक्टिविटी नहीं है. हमारे इंडस्ट्री रिपोर्ट्स के मुताबिक प्रोडक्शन सप्लाई चेन जो है उसमें अभी तो $6 बिलियन का मार्केट है इंडिया में, एंड इट इज एक्सपेक्टेड टू ग्रो टू $18 बिलियन बाय FY27. And e-commerce is expected to grow from 2.5 billion to 8 billion in India in the same time period. जो economic activity हम देख रहे हैं वो whether it is Make in India or whether the PLI, Atmanirbhar Bharat, all these schemes are significantly going to increase the manufacturing ability, and that's why the production supply chain business is expected to grow 3 times in the next 5 years. And हमारा sweet spot वही है और हम काफी excited है उस opportunity को देके. Globally also, outsourcing, like Dinesh said, is growing rapidly. Post-COVID, I think there is even more emphasis on supply chain and supply chain related activities. And even if you look at our business, our India business grew by 24% in FY23 over FY22. Our rest of the world business grew by almost 6% in spite of the economic situation that persisted in Europe. That is coming because of our very strong diversity in our portfolio. अगर हम हमारा पोर्टफोलियो देखेंगे तो 33% इंडस्ट्रियल कस्टमर्स है, 22% ऑटोमोटिव कस्टमर्स है, 12% टेक्नोलॉजी और टेक्नोलॉजी इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर रिलेटेड कस्टमर्स, 12% कंज्यूमर और रिटेल का कस्टमर, 6% एनर्जी एंड यूटिलिटी. सो आप देख रहे हैं कि काफी डाइवर्स है हमारा पोर्टफोलियो और उस पोर्टफोलियो से हम वी आर एबल टू लीवरेज दैट वेरी इफेक्टिवली in growing both India and rest of the world last year. And if you look at the last 3 years, our revenue has grown from FY20 6,600 crores to 10,235 crores in FY23, and our EBITDA has expanded from 243 crores in FY20 to 683 crores in FY23. So you can see that we are very well delivered and executed over the last 3 years.
Right, that's good to know. And before we close the interview, is there anything else that either of you would like to add?
Let me just say that, Dinesh spoke about acquisition for capability. We have really leveraged that. We have built a very strong platform based on 3 principles. Strong capability. Second is very strong knowledge base, because we have been able to harness the knowledge from various deployments over the last 15-16 years. Third is the technology component, which is forming the platform. On that platform, we have been able to rapidly acquire customers and expand our wallet share with that customer. So if you look at the last 3 years, the revenue, whether it is the EBITDA, and if you look at the top 5, top 10, top 20 customers, you can see that our wallet share has grown significantly in these top 5, top 10, top 20 customers. And our revenue today from top 20 customers has grown from about 2,700 crores to almost 3,950 crores in FY23 or over the last 3 years. So we have a great platform. It is highly scalable. We have acquired customers at a rapid pace over the last 3 years, and that is evident in the results that you see in the last 3 years.
And my final comment, if I can say so, Anchal, is that if you look at from TVS family perspective, this IPO would be the first one after 1994. So 29 years since the last IPO.
Yes, that does sound quite exciting indeed. And thank you so much for joining us, both of you, and giving us your time. Even though I'm sure, like I mentioned, कि आप काफी busy होंगे. All the best for the IPO, and we definitely hope to see you soon and catch up later. Thank you. Thank you for
Thank
joining
you
us.
so much.
Thank you so much, Anshul. Thank you.
Thank you. Bye.
Thank you.